Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I hope you've had an amazing week, and I thought today I would show you how I contour and my tips and tricks for contouring. So if you want to see how I do it and any tips that you can use at home, then keep watching. So I contour different ways. I've recently started cream contouring, but I usually stick to powder contour. As you all see in my videos, I use the Shade and Light palette a lot, so I use that for my contouring. I thought I would show you both ways that you can contour. So I picked up some products because I wanted to start contouring, and one of the products I've really been enjoying is the Barry M Chisel Cheeks Contour Cream in like a stick form. Now this is perfect for like precisely putting it on instead of using a brush or anything like that. I find this a lot easier and a lot quicker. I've also been enjoying the NYX Wonder Stick. That's another product that I like using. And for under my eyes, to create that sort of flawless, seamless base, is using the Tarte Shape Tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the darker colour. And what I do is I measure, so from the top of my ear and then down to the outer corner of my lips. And I don't go any further than my pupil, so kind of stopping in this area here and following this shadow that's cast. But if you don't have a shadow, obviously top of the ear to the outer corner of your lips. So I'm just going to take this, and it's always good to go a little at a time and then just build it up, because obviously you can add more but it's harder to take it away. So I'm just looking down at a mirror. I'm just going to draw a line here, like so, and you can sort of draw like a backwards L, like that. And then I also put a bit on my forehead, sort of this part, the part where like most men get like a receding hairline. So I'm only going to do my half my face. The other half I'm going to do with powder contour, just to show like the different effects you can get. Because obviously this is a lot more natural, but you can also make it harsh by adding powders on top. So I'm going to take my Morphe sponge and I'm going to start with the top bit. I'm just going to blend it out. And obviously if you find that you've added too much or it's too harsh, you can use the foundation side and blend out. And if you find that you haven't actually gone far enough down, just add a little bit more. And then just going to blend out this bit here. And I always say blend up, don't blend down, otherwise you'll end up with like the beard look, which is not the look we're going for. And then you can blend it down to that position that we said about, going down to where your pupil is. And then if you find it's a bit dark, again go back in with the foundation just to kind of blend it all into your skin. And obviously practice makes perfect, so if you don't get it right first time, wipe it off and start again. It's all about using the products that you enjoy, and not everyone's going to enjoy the same products. Some people's skin will do different things to different products, so obviously see what works best for you. If you find this technique doesn't work, that's not a problem. It's not a one technique works for everyone, different face shapes and everything, but this is the technique that I use. And then obviously if you want to contour your nose, which I don't do, but I will show you how I would do it if it works. So all you want to do is put, again, a little bit on, and not too far in the middle, otherwise you look like you've got a dirty nose, and not too far out, otherwise you'll just make your nose bigger. So I'm going to kind of, I don't know how to judge this one, so where my like nostril stops here, I'm going to draw two lines, like one line this side here. Like so. I'm just going to draw it up into my eyebrow, and again with that beauty blender Blend it down, don't blend it up, because you end up with that brown nose effect, which no one wants. There you go, all contoured. And then all you want to do is to sort of highlight, to bring everything all together. Grab your lighter concealer, or obviously with the Wonder Stick and the cream stick you get a lighter shade. This shade's too dark for me, so it would basically look a bit weird. And this one I find a bit too creamy for my liking. But obviously you can use that if you want to, but I'm going to use the Shape Tape and just put a bit under my eye in that triangle effect to bring it down, and a bit under that contour, and then blend it out again with your beauty blender or sponge, being sure to get the right side and not use your contouring side. And then again, if you find that you've put too much concealer on, use the other side of the sponge just to blend the two colours together. Like so. And then once you've got your desired sort of look, you can then set it all into place with I suggest a loose powder, but I would not go over your contour in loose powder. Obviously if you want to, you can, but I'd go over your like contour bit with like a darker contouring shade. Now I'm not too happy with how like dark it is, because I obviously like quite a sharp contour, so I'm just going to add a little bit more to the back. I suggest adding more towards your ear and less towards your mouth, because obviously you want it to look like a shadow and not like a harsh line. So always sort of, if you want to add more here and blend down instead of trying to blend up. That's all I suggest. Okay, so I'm going to grab my loose powder. I'm using the Rimmel, I can never remember, Match Perfection powder. I'm going to use like the other side of this sponge. I'm just going to set my under eye. And I'm going to use what I bought this sponge for, the pointy butt end. And use the line just to carve out this part. And you can also like set down your nose. And also on your forehead, like above your eyebrow. Okay, now for the rest of it, I'm going to take my big brush, because I don't want too much like concentrated colour, otherwise you're going to end up with a very, very harsh line. I'm going to take the contour shade, the lighter contour shade of my Shade and Light palette, and just sort of dust a little bit on that, and just use it to sort of set that contour in place. Obviously this is an optional step if you decide that you don't want it like any harsher and what you've got is perfect. Obviously set it all with translucent setting powder. Try not to use like a coloured setting powder, because you'll make it look like murky. But a translucent setting powder should do the trick. And if it does go a little bit like grey, I'd go over it again with a bit of contour powder. Use this brush and just go down my nose as well. I don't actually have a proper nose contour brush. And then we're going to take our normal powder brush, and I always take a little bit of powder on it because I don't want it to drag any of the powder anywhere else. And I'm just going to lightly dust everything away. And then if you find you've got any like harsh lines again, blend it out with your powder brush. Another tip, if you find it's not all blending together, is to go in with a blusher. A peachy blush is the best way to get like a natural contour look. So I'm using my Tarte one. And I'm just going to start at the back of my cheeks and work my way down. It kind of sort of makes it blend together and blend into your skin a little bit more. And then obviously buff away anything that you think's too much. I feel like I look very crazy. I don't think the nose contour quite works for me. Okay, so that is the cream contour side done. Just ignore my nose because it looks like I've been punched in the bridge of my nose. So that is the cream contour side done. Practice makes perfect, obviously. If it doesn't work first time, try again. I haven't done cream contour in a while, but I thought I would show you guys how I would do it. But now I'm going to go on to the powder side, which I do a lot more and I find a lot more enhancing, and I find it a lot more easier to control. So stay tuned. Okay, so now I'm going to do the powder side of my face. It's basically like the half face challenge. I don't know. So I'm going to take my bronzer, which I really enjoyed using the other day. This is the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer. I'm going to take that on the big brush that I used for the contour on this side. And I'm going to take that on my brush and I'm just going to lightly bronze the face. Sort of working in the same aspect as we did here. Sort of working towards the ear, this part of my cheek. And on the forehead. I feel a lot more confident about doing this sort of contouring to the cream contour. But as I said, it's all down to preference. So just bronzing up the face a little bit. As you can see, I sort of work in circular motions upwards. I never bring it down. Okay. I'm then going to take an angled brush, and this is a really soft angled brush, which is perfect. And then you take your contour palette. So I've got the Shade and Light one again, and I'm going to mix this colour with this colour, a tiny bit of the darker colour. Just sort of dab it on. And then working on the more ear section of your face, if that makes sense. So is this the hollows of your cheek? This bit here, sort of where you feel the bony bit, because that's what you want to enhance. And then doing the forehead and working on the hairline outwards. And again, if there's anything you want like deepening at all, mostly like this part of your cheek, which I don't think I do today. Obviously it's different every day. If you did one day, I would take a little bit more of the colour and just concentrate it where you want it, and then just blend upwards and outwards this way. Obviously if you have any more questions about this, because I don't think I've actually explained it that well, comment them below and I will work through them and answer them for you guys. Also let me know if there's any other tips and tricks you want me to teach you guys, anything you don't know that you might want to see in a video, anything you just feel like seeing anyway, comment them below. So I'm then going to take the blush, the same as I did on this side, and then just going to blush up the cheek. Working more on this bit because I feel like if I put it here it makes my cheeks look really chubby, but that's just the shape of my face. Some people that looks really nice, but I prefer working on this part of my cheek. And then just blending out with the powder brush again. So yeah, I always prefer powder contour to cream contour. I feel like cream can get a bit out of hand, whereas I feel powder is a lot easier to control. I'm then going to sort of cut this bit using the edge again of the sponge. And if you sort of like, this is an easy way of doing it, do it from here and aim for the top of your ear and then you get that perfect sort of cut. So if I did the same this side, go from here up to the top of my ear and then blend down, and then you get it even on both sides, and it's like the perfect height, and it makes your cheekbones stand out a lot more. I'm going to then like brush away this excess powder. I don't need it sitting on there too long, otherwise it really does cut everything. Obviously that's what we want it to do. But I'm then going to give you a close-up of both sides to compare and see which ones you prefer. So this is the cream side. I feel like it's a lot more intense. I do find it a lot harder to control, but obviously practice makes perfect. The nose contour, just ignore. It went awful and it's like purple. So yeah, so that's the cream side. And then the powder side I find a lot easier to blend in to powder, obviously. Powder and powder makes it a lot easier. So yeah, I feel like this side looks a lot more natural than this side. It might also be because I haven't used cream in quite a while. I always find a peach blush really blends everything into the skin and just makes it look a lot more natural. Okay guys, so that is the end of my video today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you can watch more of my videos. Let me know down below which side you preferred. Was it the cream or was it the powder? And also let me know any other videos you'd like to see. My latest video will be linked in the description box below if you want to go and check that out, where I tried out some drugstore makeup for you guys. Other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing week and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.